Well, I mean, my kids are much younger, they're 7 and 9, but it seems to me that they test all my weaknesses. So they test all my boundaries, like everything. If I'm not feeling that crash hot,
and they know how to too, which is amazing. I think the worst thing that ever happened to society, and I think it might make things easier, but I believe the computer, because kids, Australia, 30 years ago per capita, maybe the greatest sporting nation in the world. As it goes on, we'll have some great ones, but we won't have as many because kids don't go to the parks anymore.
Yeah.
When I got home from school, my first thing, straight to the park to play footy. Kids get home, they're straight in that room on the computer and looking at all BS. Because I've never turned one in my life on rap. People, I'm happy. I don't care what people say about me, whether it's good or bad or indifferent. For me, it's better not to know, and I don't want to know because I've got no comment. If you're weak enough to make an opinion of somebody that you've never met or you don't know, up to you. If you want to believe what you read in the papers and believe, again, a weakness as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I judge people when the judgment day comes. If I meet them, then I'll make my opinion. And if I don't like somebody, I'll tell them I don't like them, but I won't be a coward and ring up and hang the phone up on somebody, or I won't write something on a computer and say, I'm disappointed. If I want to tell someone I'm disappointed, hopefully that day I'll see them, I'll say I was disappointed in them. And to me, the computer and iPhones have created monsters, and we've got more world champion people over the phone who ring me and threaten me, the toughest guys I've ever heard in my life, over the phone and via whatever those things are, and on the Facebook and stuff, people say, I just think, well, that guy can write what he wants about me, he's entitled to his opinion, and just if you want to write something back, just give him my address, which is very easy to find, tell him to come and say it to my face, That's me, but like I said, it's sad because I think kids are growing up far too early these days. You look at girls who are 12 and 13, you think they're 17 or 18 today. It's great to think that they're mentally capable of doing great things, but again, I think that
they're just kids.
Yeah, that's also a downfall. It's my kid's 12 years old, she can do this. Do you want your kid to do that at 12 years of age?
Yeah.
I don't want my kid to be a kid at 12 years of age. I want a kid to be in the park playing with their friends and enjoy themselves at 12 years of age. But each to their own.
Social media has given a lot of people means to,
It's
say stuff.
It's given them something they've never had face to face. It's given them heart because they can hide behind a computer or hide behind a phone and write things. And these people are gutless. And again, we need to teach our kids. I'm involved in an anti-bullying campaign called Angel's Goal. And when I met the girl my daughter's been bullied as well, but when I met the girl, Chloe, who was bullied, she lost her motor neuron school. So she went from being a normal person who swam every day to being wheelchair bound, and now I'm proud to say that I travel Australia and talk about bullies and anti-bullying, and I'm heading to Tasmania in a couple of months. I'm going to be boxing with the Mayor of Tasmania and getting awareness there. But to me it's a real sad thing. I remember my kids one day came home and they showed me, on YouTube, yeah, that's what it is, yeah. They showed me a young boy from the area getting bullied, and these boys were kicking him and spitting on him and so on, and I asked who the boy was, and they told me, so I rang him up and I had to talk to him and told him everything was going to be okay. This was well before I was involved with Angel's Goal, and my daughters then also told me who the culprits were and who the main guy was. I said, get me his number. So I got his number and I rang him up and tried to be as polite as I could. I said, listen, Chair, what you done today to that young boy? Yeah, I can know what he done to us. And so I said, it's okay, but you could have just went and done that on your own or whatever you done. You didn't have to have one of your friends video him and put him on YouTube and so and so. And the kid continued to scream and swear at me, not knowing who I was. I never told him it was Jeff Fenech. I told him, I said, know how easy it was for me to get your phone number. I said, you know, you talking? He goes, no. I said, yes, he's asked me all these questions who I was because I was getting a little bit annoyed, and I told him at the end, I said, listen, I got your number. I've also told him where his address was. I said, I'm telling him to do you a little favour tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to bring my son. And he said, don't worry about it, but tomorrow I'm going to bring my son. And when you walk out of your house, I don't know if this is a great thing, but I said to him, I'll get my son to give you a little taste of what you gave that young boy yesterday, and I'll video you, and I'll put you on YouTube and see how you like it. Well, anyway, he kept asking me questions, and slowly he asked me if it was Jeff Fenech. And I said, yeah, it is Jeff Fenech. And I said, you know, just want you to know. Anyway, so that young boy who got bullied ended up being my daughter's boyfriend, and
no way.
We fixed all the problem up, but it was just, for me, it felt so good. And I didn't want to get on the phone and try to scare this kid, but I just wanted him to know. I said, what would you feel like tomorrow? And I told him, I said, what I'll do is every day for the next week, I'll have my son, who's your age, stand out the front. Every time you walk out, he'll do what you done, kick the living daylights out of you and humiliate you, and I'll let your friends see it happen to you and see how you like it. Hopefully it was a great lesson for him, because I've never seen the boys do it again and stuff. And for me, it wasn't a good thing to say to this kid, but it hurt me so much to see this young boy who doesn't have a father getting, like I said, humiliated, you know, and thrown around by a group of kids running around, spitting on him, kicking him and stuff. But I don't, you know, not that I am proud of what I done that day, but we need to stand up to these bullies. We need to stand up to them in the right way. We don't need, you need somebody to let them know that it can happen to you as well. And if you want to, we can have a couple of boys come to your house, and you know, sometimes I think fighting fire with fire is the only way to fix some of these things.